Hey, what's happening, my fearless networking friends? Todd Falcone here. Welcome to another episode. So before I even get going, if you're a social media expert, if you're a social media guru, this ain't for you. So you can go spend your time elsewhere. What I'm going to talk about is for beginners, social media beginners, social media recruiting for beginners. So again, go spend your time elsewhere if you are an expert in social media. But if you're not, I want to talk to you about how to effectively put yourself in the position to recruit people for your network marketing or direct selling business utilizing specifically Facebook. So, all right. So first of all, where do I want to start? Okay, here's where I'll start. Let's do this. Your profile. Let's start with your profile. So your profile needs to be completed, filled out, I look at a lot of profiles, and here's why I'm doing this video and why I'm doing this episode, because I still see people that do stuff very, very amateurish on social media, which tells me that there's still quite a few people, and there's always new people coming into network marketing that have never done network marketing, never utilized social media for business purposes, and they come in and blow it. So first things first, your profile. And I'm not going to go into the details on how you go about setting. It's pretty self-explanatory on your Facebook page, but your Facebook profile needs to be completed, in my opinion. And that means like where are you from, where you went to school, your birthday, where you live, whatever. And here's the thing. Let's talk about privacy for a second. If you're going to use social media for your business, if you're going to use social media, period, you've pretty much given up all of your privacy. So trying to stay private, if you work for the U.S. government or you work for some entity or institution, you're probably not on social media anyhow, so it doesn't matter. But I think that it's really important that you create an opportunity to have maximum reach out. So for example, like why would you want to fill out your school? Oh, I went to Long Beach State. Well, because other friends from Long Beach State could find you, or where you worked. Maybe you worked in a particular career, or you worked in a particular corporation. Well, people from that corporation could potentially find you. So it gives you the opportunity to create connections with a completed profile. So make sure your profile is completed. For me personally, I like to keep my page as open as possible. I'm a very public figure, and I still keep my wall pretty wide open, but I also keep an eye on what's going on my own real estate on Facebook. But if you keep your profile closed, like only friends can find you or only friends can see your stuff, like I want to keep my profile. So in the settings area, and you can go Google some of this stuff. I'm telling you what I believe that you should be doing as a social media recruiter and network marketing. Completed profile. That means an updated image, right? An updated cover image. So you've got your profile image, the little square one, and you've got your cover photo. Sometimes what I also see, and by the way, you should check what your cover photo looks like on both mobile and on a laptop. So for example, if you're sitting there with a picture of you and your family and your widespread cover photo, but you didn't drag it down and it's like cutting your head off, it's not necessarily creating the best image, because it's like you can't see the full image. So sometimes you have to look at the image on different devices. What's it look on my What's it look on my mobile phone? What's it look like on my laptop? Does it look good in both places? Cool, then I'm done. I think, for me, I personally like to update my cover photo and my profile photo about once a month or once every couple months. It adds to engagement. I don't constantly every single day change that photograph, but I'll do it about once a month or once every 2 months. As a means of creating additional engagement. So every time in fact, if you notice, anytime you update a new photo, people like it, people comment on it, whatever they might do, right? And so again, the thing you also have to understand about social media is it's all about engagement. Everything that we're attempting to do is to create engagement. Like, I never post without the intention of like, okay, will this get engagement? What's engagement, by the way, if you're new? Likes, comments, and shares. So that's what engagement is. Like, somebody gives you a thumbs up. a comment, that's a deeper degree of engagement. And if they share your stuff, that's an even deeper degree or deeper level of engagement. So what you're looking to do ultimately on social media, specifically with Facebook, is to create a lot of activity around your personal page. And that's done by, number one, first of all, having an open profile, and a wide open profile, an updated, completed profile page. It also requires you being consistent. One of the things for sure, you've got to decide for yourself, you're either going to do Facebook or you're not going to do Facebook. You can't half do Facebook. So if you're like, I post once every week, that's not enough. Once a month, that's definitely not enough. And there's a lot of different thoughts on how often you should post on social media. I think 8-10 years ago, it was like post 3 to 10 times a day, which is just like overkill. I typically will post 1 to 3 times a day, some kind of update. Maybe it's a live video. Maybe it's a question to my, friends. Maybe it's a recommendation of something. Who knows what it is? Maybe it's something funny. Who knows? But I typically will go 1 to 3 times a day. So I found that that's not overkill. 1 in the morning, 1 in the middle of the day, 1 in the afternoon. Do you have to do 3 a day? No, you could do 1 a day, but I don't. One thing that you shouldn't do is you shouldn't be skipping multiple days without posting. Occasionally I've done it, but if you're looking to create consistent engagement on your page, you need to be consistent with your posts. You need to make sure that they're engaging posts. In fact, how do you know if it's an engaging post? Will you post it? Does it get likes? Does it get comments? Does it get shares? You could probably go online and Google most engaging types of Facebook posts. Better yet, what you can do is go surf your news feed and look for people that are posting stuff and like, wow, man, that got a lot of likes, or wow, that got a lot of shares. And ask yourself, why did that get so many shares? What was it about that post that got so many shares, that got so many comments, that got so many likes? And you can start to kind of come up with your own groove on creating content on social media that will enable you to get more likes and more comments and shares. If every time you post, it's crickets, that ain't good. Maybe you only have a small amount of friends right now. So I don't know what your friend list is. Facebook maxes you out at 5,000 friends. They allow followers. If you open up your profile to public and you allow followers, not only can you have the maximum of the 5,000 friends, but you can also have an unlimited number of followers, which is kind of like friends. They're still seeing your page. They're still seeing your posts. They can still engage with you. Unlike a business page where they enable you to have an unlimited number of people that follow your business page, which isn't really 100% necessary as a at-home entrepreneur in network marketing. Maybe if you're a big public figure, if you wanted to create a larger profile for yourself, that's certainly worth considering. But obviously we're talking about, basic fundamentals in this particular episode. So I just think it's really important to make sure that you're updated with your profile, that the profile is completed, that you're understanding the importance of posting regularly, that you're consistently posting on your page, and thoughtfully doing so with the intention of like, I'm doing this because I want engagement. Will this get likes? No, well, I'm going to rewrite it. Will this get will this get shares? You got to think about that before. So think before you post. I'll say this, that live video dominates currently. So anytime you do a live video, you're typically going to get more engagement on a live video than just a text post. Images are fine. Images with lots and lots of text on them. Like quotes and things like that. Facebook is kind of weird these days. They don't typically show that as much as they did before. So it was just like an image with you and your spouse, for example, on date night. That's probably going to get a lot of engagement versus, a photograph with a bunch of words all over it and you're some long quote from some famous person, for example. And I don't say don't do those. But just and then watch your wall. See what gets you the most engagement. Then you got to look at, how am I going to expand my audience? Well, how did you get your friends that are on your Facebook page currently? They're probably somebody that you have something in common with. You actually know them. Most of the people that are on my Facebook page, I don't personally know. I have a lot of my friends, of course, on there, but there's a lot of people that just engage with me or follow me on Facebook because they want to, I don't know, they want to be connected with me as a network marketing trainer and some of the content that I push out regarding network marketing. But think to yourself, like, who do you want to connect with, right? I think every single day you should be doing a couple things. As a new network marketer utilizing Facebook to grow your business, every single day you should be posting. Every single day you should be going through your news feed and looking at other people that you're connected to and look for stuff that's interesting to you, that you can like, that you can comment, that you can share on. Because you can't just go out there and post stuff, and keep your fingers crossed and hope people are going to come to you. That's not really a good strategy. It's a two-way street. We're putting information out there. We're engaging in other people's posts, which is going to create more engagement on our post. So if I go like somebody else's post, they're going to see that I like their post, and they're more likely to come back to my page and see what's up over on my page, and then they'll see something maybe that I did. They'll like it, they'll comment, they'll share on it. And then you could start to see who some of these people are that are engaged with you. I call this the low-hanging fruit, if you will. The low-hanging fruit are all the people that are liking, commenting, and sharing your post, the people that are engaged with you. And you can see it. So if you just did a post, you can look on your post and go, oh, Janet liked it or Janet commented on it. And you need to respond to those. Like if somebody comments on something, comment back to them. Say, thanks, I appreciate you saying that. Or what's up, how's your day? Don't just go through and not respond back to other people's comments. So does this take a little bit of work? Yes, it does. It's kind of like we're like fostering a little relationship or a little pseudo relationship, if you will, until we turn it into a real relationship, which is done so by using Messenger. So to me, pretty much everything that I'm doing on Facebook is to ultimately drive it to a Messenger chat. So those little green dots on the side of your, typically appears on the lower right side if you're on a laptop or desktop on the lower right side. These are the people, if it's a green dot, that means it's showing that they're right now on Facebook. Whether they're in front of their computer or not, we don't know that, but their Facebook page is open and showing that they're actively on Facebook. We don't know that they're staring at their screen. So if you send somebody a message and they don't respond to you, it may be that they're at the bathroom or they're somewhere else. They're just not in front of their screen at the moment. So I do think it's really crucial to every single day be looking around for other people to add, maybe friends of friends, somebody, way back when I started on Facebook, I pretty much was friending just, let me see how many friends I can get. And then I realized, like, there's a bunch of people I don't want to be connected to. So I've gone through multiple times and unfriended people that are not engaging in my posts or that they're not on Facebook. And oh, by the way, here's another one. So when you're choosing to friend somebody, typically my personal philosophy is I will add you as a friend if I see that you're consistently active on Facebook, that you have a lot of engagement on your posts, and that you've got a good number of friends. So like if you had 200 friends and you haven't posted in 6 months, I won't even add you as a friend. But if you got 3,500 friends on your Facebook page and I see that you've posted every day this past week and you've got a lot of engagement on your Facebook page, then I'm going to add you. If I see somebody who's super toxic and nasty and negative and F-bombing left and right or doing weird stuff on their page, I won't add them. So you just got to think, like, who do I want to connect with? Typically, what do we connect with? We connect with like-minded people that we want to connect with, people that we have something in common with. And you can do that because probably your friends of friends, you probably would have something in common with. If they're friends with them, then you're friends with them for a reason. Well, if they're friends with them, well, maybe it's the same reason. Maybe you have similar interests. Maybe you're both interested in the outdoors or whatever it might be. You can do that. Another great strategy, and this is one of my favorite strategies for gaining new friends and making new connections, is to get involved in closed groups. So find a group, for example, that you're interested in, like something that you're into. Maybe you're into mountain biking, hiking, fly fishing. Maybe you're into a particular band. Maybe you're into a particular activity. And there are groups for those activities. So in the top search bar, you can go do a search for groups and go find an active closed Facebook group in a level of something that's of sincere interest to you, that you can go communicate and add value in. And I think overall, networking, whether it's networking on your page, whether it's networking in groups, whether it's networking in physical groups, it's all about contribution and adding value. So how can you add value to somebody's day? Like, I'm looking to, on my Facebook page, add value to somebody's day, make them smile, make them laugh, make them think, make them ponder, whatever it might be. Give them a little entertainment, who knows what it might be. If I'm in a group, I'm there, let's say it's a group on fly fishing for steelhead as an example. Well, if I'm in there, I can sit there and scope and watch and learn, which is great. But I can also, if I know what I'm doing, which the reason I would be in that group personally, I would either A, be in that group because I want to learn, or B, I just love it and I'm good at it. And if I am loving it and I'm good at it, I can go in there and somebody says, hey, what's your technique for this? Well, I can go in there and comment on it and add value to the people that are in that group, which ultimately puts eyes on me, which makes them want to go check out my profile, which ultimately creates friend requests and new people that you can engage with where you have something in common. In this case, fly fishing for steelhead. So again, this is very fundamental stuff, but you want to be doing everything you can to grow your network. If you're at 200 friends, 300, 500, 1,000, you want to be pushing that up every day. I'd be very careful that you don't go add 100 friends a day. I don't know. We don't know what the limit is, but you want to add people consistently. I'd say you're probably safe to add 10 new friends a day without having Facebook put you in Facebook jail. Typically, if I'm sending a friend request to an influencer, let's say you've got somebody who's like really popular and you want them to accept your friend request, send them a private message as well with the friend request. Hey, I'm sent your friend request. Would love to connect with you. I was checking out your wall. Blah blah blah. You're more likely to get somebody to an influencer to respond to that in a favorable way and accept the friend request if you've sent a private message versus just sending a friend request. And it's crazy to me, like if somebody accepts a friend request from you and they send you a message, you need to respond to them. Like I just saw a post from a buddy of mine. He's like, I'm blown away. It's like I accept their friend request, I say hi, and they never say hi back. He ends up just deleting them. So why send somebody a friend request if you're not going to engage with them, especially if they've already engaged with you? So just some simple things to be doing in terms of how you act. And then again, how do we take this all to building our business? Well, there's a few things you can do. You can do things on your personal wall. I'm not a big fan of doing all business on your wall where everything is about my product, my business, because people aren't coming to Facebook for that. They're coming to Facebook to be entertained, to have a good time, to whatever they might be doing. I got to take a sip of coffee. I'm recording this video in the morning. Hang on a second. Excuse the slurping in the microphone, but I had to do it. So yes, you can post about business, but it can't be all business all the time. So you need to be thinking about what are we posting about? What do you like to see on Facebook? People like to be entertained. They like to have something that's thought-provoking. They like to laugh. They like to see something that's cool. They like to be inspired. They don't like to just sit there and see an advertisement all day long on your Facebook personal page. But you could do things like creating curiosity. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite product, or sharing stories. You can do that, but I would say that would be in between your other posts. And I wouldn't, for me, I personally don't want to be showing the brand and the name of the product all over my page. I'd rather do things that create curiosity, which make people go, what is that stuff that you just drank? Or what was that thing that you were talking about? I'm curious about that. And then people reach out to you, because if they see the brand, if they see what it is, it's very easy for them to just, go Google it and go buy it someplace else rather than from you. So keep the curiosity high. And then again, for me, the low-hanging fruit is this. The low-hanging fruit is you keeping an eye on your engaged people. The people that are liking, commenting, and sharing your stuff. You see who they are. You see somebody that comments. You see somebody that shares your stuff. Go click on their wall. Go check them out. Maybe you don't know them very well, or you don't know them at all. Check them out. See what they're up to, or see who they are. You've got to have a connection. You have to have an engagement, a real engagement with somebody where you're reaching out to somebody. You can sit here and put stuff out there, and yes, you will have people come to you. You can put out curiosity posts and people reach out to you, but you're not going to build a career, and you're certainly not going to recruit an awful lot of people by waiting for somebody to come to you. So what you're doing is you're keeping an eye on the things that are happening in your own real estate, your wall, the people that are liking, commenting, and sharing your stuff, and then you see somebody, for example, that says that shares one of your posts, and you go, oh my gosh, this person shared my post. You go check out their wall, look at them, see who they are. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't know them. Have you had a conversation with them? Or has it just been on Facebook? Or have you had a messenger chat? Have you had a real life chat with them? And so what I'll do is, let's say I see somebody who shares my post. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go check them out. I'm gonna say, oh, let's say this made up example, they were walking their beautiful German Shepherd and they had shared my post. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is the most beautiful Shepherd I've ever seen in my life. Maybe I just send them a private message, say, hey, Sandra, Todd Falcone, thanks so much for sharing my post. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having an amazing day. By the way, I was checking out your Facebook wall. What an absolutely stunning German Shepherd. That is like one of the most beautiful shepherds I've ever seen in my life. And how's your day? What's going on? And start a conversation, right? I can begin a conversation right there. And maybe that leads to something. But if it doesn't lead to anything right then and there, at least you've taken a, quote, Facebook friend and you've taken them one step further where they've actually engaged with you one-to-one, which creates a situation for yourself where they're more likely to respond to you in the future. I'm not a big fan of just going out and blindly, sending somebody a link or saying, hey, check out my stuff, check it out, check it out, check it out. The people that I reach out to are people that I reach out to for a reason. Maybe I see something on their wall. Let's say you're in a health and wellness company, for example. You can see they take care of themselves. They're out for a run. And you send them something. Hey, John, listen, Todd Falcone, I know we're connected here on Facebook. I can tell that you're super into health and fitness because I see you running the other day. It looks like you're a marathoner. Listen, I represent a health and wellness company that I've been building for the last several years. Are you open to taking a look at what I'm doing? I'm looking for some other people in Chicago, Illinois right now, and I'm just curious to know if you're at all open to looking at a good money-making idea. And I'm not even saying that's the exact script, but you could do that. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take a Facebook Messenger chat, especially if it's going well and it's a lot of back and forth, and I'll ultimately turn it into a real conversation. Like, hey, let's connect on the telephone. Because, look, I mean, you can sit here and go back and forth, and you can certainly sponsor somebody from Facebook Messenger, but most of the time that I do business with somebody, it's because I take them from Facebook Messenger ultimately to a real conversation on the phone. But the only way I connected with them was on social media. So look, here's the deal. The key for you guys, you beginners, open up your profile. Make sure your profile is updated. Make sure you're consistently posting, that you're posting interesting stuff, that you're looking for other people. What are they doing that's getting likes, comments, and shares? Model other people's stuff. Make sure that you respond to other people's posts, liking, commenting, and sharing their stuff. Get into groups that are of interest to you so you can generate new friends, new leads. Keep an eye on the low-hanging fruit, the people that are engaged with you, and reach out to those people and make a real connection. Make a real connection, which will ultimately lead you to potentially a conversation about your product or business. And, don't be all business on your Facebook page. You can certainly do business. Keep the curiosity level high. And, but one other thing, and I mentioned this briefly, but Facebook Live, I said Facebook Live dominates. Might be a good idea for you to start doing some Facebook Lives on whatever the subject is. You might be nervous, might be a little scary the first time, but that's okay. That it's normal for most people. But you will get more engagement from that. And again, be a student. Keep an eye on what's working well for other people and do what other successful people are doing. It's not hard. So that's it. I know it's a much longer video or audio than I typically do, but I wanted to cover the basics for people that are brand new to recruiting on social media. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Listen, if you want to get the rest of this, I'm not sure if you're on YouTube or where you're at, but if you visit toddfalcone.com/episode 23, you can get the rest of the details. There's some free downloads on that page as well to help you become a more proficient, successful network marketer. I hope you're having an amazing day. We'll see you on the next episode.